Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Old Coins Value. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we dive deep into the world of old coins, their hidden stories, and their true value to collectors, historians, and everyday enthusiasts today. We are going to explore one of the most fascinating and celebrated coins in American numismatic history, the 1976 $1 coin apiece that not only holds monetary significance but also represents a powerful symbol of American pride, celebration, and the spirit of independence. The year 1976 was not just any ordinary year. It marked the 200th anniversary of the founding of the United States of America, and the nation prepared for an extraordinary celebration known as the American Bicentennial. Cities across the country planned parades, fireworks reenactments, and memorial events. Congress authorized special coinage to commemorate this historic milestone, and among the coins minted was the $1 Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar, which would become a lasting tribute to the legacy of American independence. The 1976 $1 coin is commonly referred to as the Eisenhower dollar because it features a portrait of Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a five-star general in the United States Army during World War II. His image had already been appearing on the dollar coin since 1971, but in 1976 the reverse design was temporarily changed to honor the bicentennial, marking a rare and special occurrence in U.S. mint history. The obverse of the $1,976 still features Eisenhower's profile facing left, designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time. His design captures Eisenhower's strength and leadership, but what makes this coin truly unique lies in its reverse, which was designed by Dennis R. Williams, an art student whose work was selected through a national design competition held by the Treasury Department. Williams's reverse design is both elegant and deeply symbolic. It features the Liberty Bell superimposed on the moon, a powerful fusion of two of America's most iconic symbols. The Liberty Bell represents the founding values of liberty and independence, while the moon signifies America's achievements in space, especially the Apollo moon landings of the previous decade. This combination created a patriotic and futuristic vision that looked both backward and forward, encapsulating 200 years of American history and progress and independence, while the moon signifies America's achievements in space, especially the Apollo moon landings of the previous decade. This combination created a patriotic and futuristic vision that looked both backward and forward, encapsulating 200 years of American history and progress. The 1976 Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar was minted in two main types. The copper coins are dated 1976. The mint did not produce any dollar coins with a 1975 date, instead choosing to issue the bicentennial design over a 2-year period from 1975 through the end of 1976. This made it one of the most widely distributed commemorative coins in U.S. history, with hundreds of millions of coins minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. The Philadelphia and Denver mints struck the coins for circulation, while the San Francisco mint produced both proof and uncirculated collector editions of the silver-clad coins. These coins are distinguishable by their mint marks, with no mint mark for Philadelphia, a D for Denver, and an S for San Francisco. The quality and detail of the proof versions, especially the silver-clad issues, are highly regarded by collectors and are often stored in original government packaging or special bicentennial sets. Beyond its design and composition, the $1,976 holds a deeper historical significance. It represents the national mood of celebration, reflection, and unity that permeated the United States during the mid-1970s, coming out of a decade marked by war, political scandal, and economic uncertainty. The bicentennial offered Americans a moment of pride and renewed patriotic spirit. The Eisenhower dollar, with its bold imagery, served as a symbol of that optimism and resilience. Over time, the $1,976 has become a valuable piece for collectors not only for its commemorative significance, but also for the many varieties and conditions in which it exists. Some coins exhibit unique die varieties such as double dies and different types of lettering or finish. Others are highly sought after in pristine mint state or proof conditions with deep cameo contrast in their mirrored fields and frosted devices. High-grade examples, especially those certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can command strong prices in the numismatic market. The legacy of the Eisenhower dollar and the Bicentennial edition in particular also paved the way for later commemorative. Collectors today continue to search for pristine examples of the 1976 dollar, whether in circulation in mint sets or in original rolls. Some seek out error coins like off-center strikes, clipped plankets, or double-struck coins, which add a layer of rarity and intrigue to the collecting experience. Others focus on the historical value and the story behind the coin, understanding that each piece minted is a tiny metallic window into a pivotal moment in time. The 1976 Eisenhower dollar also has educational value, teaching new generations about American history, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and the enduring ideals of liberty and democracy. Teachers and historians often use the coin to engage students in discussions about the past, making numismatics not just a hobby but a powerful tool for learning. From a market perspective, the value of the 1976 dollar varies depending on condition, mint mark, composition, and demand. While most circulated examples may only be worth their face value or slightly more, collector-grade specimens in high mint state or proof condition, especially silver issues, can be worth significantly more. In recent years, the numismatic community has seen increased interest in bicentennial coinage as these coins approach their 50th anniversary, leading to a renewed appreciation and value among collectors and investors. In conclusion, the 1976 $1 coin is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a historical artifact, a symbol of national pride, and a tribute to 2 centuries of American achievement, from the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 to the space race and modern era of the 1970s. This coin brings together past and present in one timeless design. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a new enthusiast, or someone simply curious about history, the 1976 Eisenhower Bicentennial dollar offers a story worth exploring, preserving, and sharing. So join me as we dig even deeper into the details of this amazing coin. In the rest of this video, we will break down how to identify rare and valuable examples of the 1976 dollar, how to distinguish between the copper, nickel, and silver issues, how to spot common and rare errors, and how to properly care for and store these coins to protect their beauty and value. We will also take a look at auction records, market trends, and interviews with collectors who have spent years studying and acquiring these iconic coins. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another deep dive into the rich world of coin collecting. Stay with me as we continue our journey through history with the 1976 $1 coin. I'm named in honor of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. This small but historically significant coin holds a remarkable place in American numismatic history, and to truly understand its importance, we must travel back in time to the origins of the dime itself and examine how the coin evolved through the centuries to arrive at the version minted in 1980. The story of the dime begins in the late 18th century, when the Coinage Act of 1792 established the United States Mint and authorized the creation of various denominations, including the dime, which was originally spelled dism, derived from the French word for tenth. As the coin was intended to represent 1/10 of a dollar, the first dimes were struck in 1796, featuring the draped bust design, which soon gave way to the capped bust and then the seated Liberty. designs each reflecting the artistic styles and political ideals of their respective eras. As the United States grew and evolved, so too did its coinage, and by the late 19th century the barber dime had entered circulation, followed by the iconic Mercury dime in 1916, which became a beloved symbol of American resilience and liberty during the challenging years of World War I and the Great Depression. However, the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1945 prompted a nationwide call for a new design that would honor his legacy, particularly his leadership through the Depression and the Second World War, and his association with the March of Dimes, a movement aimed at combating polio, which had personally affected him. Thus, in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was introduced, featuring a left-facing portrait of the president designed by John Arsenic, the chief engraver of the United States Mint. The obverse bore Roosevelt's image, while the reverse displayed a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by olive and oak branches representing peace and strength, respectively. This design would remain largely unchanged for decades and became a staple of American pocket change, reflecting both Roosevelt's enduring influence and the Mint's commitment to patriotic symbolism. By 1980, the Roosevelt dime had already been in circulation for over 3 decades, but the context of that year introduced a variety of economic and political factors that made even a small coin like the dime a reflection of larger national issues. The United States was emerging from a decade of inflation, economic stagnation, and international uncertainty, with rising prices affecting everything from food to gas and the value of the dollar fluctuating on the global stage. During this period, the Mint continued producing dimes with high consistency and precision, with the Philadelphia and Denver mints handling the majority of production, while San Francisco produced proof coins for collectors. The 1980 Roosevelt dime, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, was historically notable because it marked the first time since the early 20th century that the Philadelphia Mint placed a P-Mint mark on coins. Specifically, starting in 1980, the P-Mint mark began appearing on Roosevelt dimes, signaling a new era of transparency and collectability for modern coinage. This simple change made the 1980 P dime a historically relevant issue among collectors and numismatists, who saw it as the beginning of a new phase in modern minting practices. Technically, the 1980 Roosevelt dime maintained the same specifications established in 1965 following the Coinage Act of that year, which had eliminated silver from circulating dimes. The clad composition introduced at that time consisted of a pure copper core bonded to outer layers of copper-nickel alloy, resulting in a total weight of 2.27 grams and a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. The edge was reeded with precisely 118 reeds, giving the coin both a distinct tactile feel and an anti-counterfeiting feature. The use of clad metals was a response to rising silver prices and economic pressures, which made it no longer feasible to produce everyday coins from precious metals. The dies used to strike the 1980 dimes were carefully crafted to ensure clarity and durability, yet, as with any mass production process, a variety of errors, a distinct tactile feel, and an anti-counterfeiting feature. The use of clad metals was a response to rising silver prices and economic pressures, which made it no longer feasible to produce everyday coins from precious metals. The dies used to strike the 1980 dimes were carefully crafted to ensure clarity and durability, yet, as with any mass production process, a variety of errors and anomalies occurred, giving rise to a number of valuable and sought-after varieties for collectors. These included off-center strikes, double dies, repunched mint marks, and other minting defects that have since become highly prized by error coin specialists. In particular, collectors have sought out examples with strong full bands on the reverse indicating a well-struck torch, which serves as a benchmark For coin grading at higher levels, beyond its technical details, the 1980 Roosevelt dime can be seen as a cultural artifact reflecting the values and aesthetics of late 20th century America. Its modest size and appearance belie its historical significance and the pivotal role it plays in everyday commerce. Coin collectors prize it not just for its potential rarity, but for the connection it offers to the broader narrative of American life during a time of transition. Politically, the country was on the brink of electing Ronald Reagan. To the presidency, marking a conservative shift economically. It was grappling with the challenges of globalization and inflation, and socially it was navigating the complex realities of a changing world. The Roosevelt dime of 1980 also serves as a lens through which we can examine the evolution of numismatic appreciation in the modern era. During this period, coin collecting became increasingly popular, with Americans turning to their pocket change in search of treasures and historical artifacts. Organizations such as the American Numismatic Association saw growing membership, and more individuals began learning about grading, preservation, and market values for coins. Even a common coin like the 1980 dime gained new attention as people realized that coins from this era were soon to become vintage collectibles, especially those in mint state condition or with unique characteristics. In recent decades, the 1980 Roosevelt dime has found a new audience among collectors who appreciate its significance as a transition year coin. The presence of the P-mint mark the continuation of the classic Roosevelt design, and the potential for errors all contribute to its desirability in the numismatic community. When preserved in high grades such as MS65 and above, the coin can command higher prices in the collector market, and proof versions minted in San Francisco hold additional appeal for those seeking perfection in strike and finish. As we reflect on the 1981 dime coin, we are reminded that even the smallest pieces of change can tell monumental stories about our nation, our leaders, our economy, and our values. From its origins in the vision of the Founding Fathers to the influence of President Roosevelt to the economic challenges of the late 20th century, the dime has served not just as a monetary unit, but as a storytelling device, a silent witness to history that continues to circulate in our lives and in our memories. So whether you are a seasoned numismatist, a casual collector, or simply someone curious about the coins in your pocket, the 1980 Roosevelt dime offers a unique opportunity to explore the convergence of design, history, politics. Someone curious about the coins in your pocket, the 1980 Roosevelt dime offers a unique opportunity to explore the convergence of design, history, politics, and economics in one humble piece of metal, and it is this intersection that makes coin collecting not just a hobby but a journey through time.